All right. Aloha, everyone. Welcome to today's live. I've just been getting more and more excited about sharing with you what I have been learning since I was a small child from my mama about the power of what is called sidereal astrology. And I've been hearing so much about why Western astrology is actually wrong. And so much of our lives, many of us, we plan our events around new moons and full moons and what sign they're in. And I've been blown away by looking at an actual star chart and seeing that Western astrology is one whole sign off from what the stars actually show us. So I just wanted to share with you a quick presentation to go into all of this and reveal some of the most amazing things that I've ever learned in my life about the truth of what the stars are telling us. So I have a short presentation for you all. I'm so excited to share it with you today. So without further ado, let us get started. So first of all, welcome. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And what is sidereal astrology? What am I going on about? And why is it so much more accurate than Western? Well, first of all, I think it's important that you know who I am. My name is Lotus Dawn Goldpool. I was raised in California. I am a healer. I'm trained in several modalities, and one of my biggest passions is to help people clear out the stuff that is blocking them from truly shining, from truly being empowered to live their best, most awesome life. So with your permission, I'd like to share with you a short video where you can get to know me better and the work that I do with groups and individuals to create healing and transformation. So go ahead and sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I draw people together in circles, like this. Stretching arms out by your friend, feeling that connection.
I saw her do the single most incredible thing I've ever seen done.
Open up your palms.
She did the most amazing blessing.
Put your hand on the back of your friend.
That was so appropriate for the world, and so empowering, and so appreciated. This woman empowers everything she touches.
She's found something inside of yourself.
And I do believe if she was focused on you and wanted you to heal,
It will give you the opportunity to access places and spaces, locations and destinations that you've never been to before.
she's got power and knowledge and the ability to implement her knowledge. I want you to pay attention to her. It's something special.
The energy went through us all.
Lotus is the one you really want to connect with.
This makes me feel like so grounded, so calm and peaceful. Something inside of me, I feel change. I never felt that way before.
Oh my God, she actually resembles the beauty of the lotus itself.
You gave me a permission to connect with my soul.
How many of you have been touched by her presence at this event?
And I have a gift to share with you. So come, and I will be so excited to share all that I've learned so that I can hold your hand and bring you with me.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for watching. So the work that I do now is to bring my healing work to sidereal astrology readings, helping you get in touch with your life purpose, your life direction, who you are based on what the stars actually say you are. And so here I have a client, amazing friend, colleague, April Redbird, who has experienced one of the sessions that I do. And she just loved it. It was amazing. She's still buzzing. And then we have Jo here, amazing woman, loves learning about this type of astrology. And she said that, I love the fact that I'm no longer an angry, misunderstood Aries, because this sidereal system will possibly change the sun sign that you have thought you were most of your life. Now, I invite you to be gentle with yourself about this. Some people love it and some people aren't so into it. So everyone's going to be different. For Jo, she loves that she's no longer an Aries. And now she's embracing all the wonderful Piscean qualities that have been brought to light, which, by the way, in sidereal astrology, today, March 11th, is the very first day of Pisces. So welcome everyone to the first day of sidereal Pisces. It is a water sign. It is about our intuition. It is about our connection to source, mysticism, fantasy, imagination. It's kind of a dreamy sign. So if you feel a little sleepy or a little bit like you want to just kind of curl up with a book and just enjoy the scent and the smell and the feeling of the day, that could be why. All right. And so I want to dedicate today's live to my mom. And my mom learned this sidereal astrology method in the 1970s. She was a Kundalini yogi Sikh who lived at an ashram. Her guru at the time was Yogi Bhajan, who, yes, there's a lot around that, but at the time she was immersed for 10 years in this spiritual community. And she actually met someone who taught her about sidereal astrology. So what in the world is sidereal astrology? Well, first of all, let's compare Western astrology to sidereal. Okay, so this inner loop is Western or tropical astrology. Okay, and this out here is the zodiac wheel. So right now in tropical astrology, I believe that they would say it's the end of Pisces, right? So it's actually off. It's off by 1 full degree. You can look at here, we have Pisces, and then it would say, no, we're actually still in Aquarius. It shifted today. So the main thing I want you to see here is if you look at when Western astrology says it's Aries, it actually, the constellation is Pisces. Or if you look over here at Taurus and you look up to see what the constellation is, it's actually still in Aries. So sidereal astrology means of or relating to the stars. It is accurate to the stars and what the stars are all about. So let's carry on here. Why is Western astrology and sidereal astrology so different? So about 2,000 years ago, Western astrologers looked up at the sky, they lined up the zodiac with the signs, and back then it matched much more closely. So if you were to look up at the sky and say now it's Aries, it would have lined up with the constellation of Aries. But they did not take into account, do you see this wobble? It's about 23.5 degree shift here. It's not straight up and down. So what that caused over the last 2,000 years is 1 degree shift every 72 years, which now is creating almost a whole sign degree difference between where Western astrology says the constellation is and where it actually is in the sky. So let's take a look at this. Right, we've got Pisces, we've got Aquarius, Capricorn. So Western astrology also doesn't take something very important into account, which is if we look at the constellation, here's Pisces, and we look at Aries, they're different sizes, okay? So it doesn't make sense to say that every sign is 30 days because Pisces is almost 44 days that the sun is moving through Pisces. Aries, it's more like 25, 30, right? Virgo is 44. And so I use an astrological system that is accurate to the actual size of the constellations. The third thing is that in 2017, NASA released that there is actually a 13th sign, Ophiuchus. What? I know, things are just getting more and more interesting as we go along here, right? So Ophiuchus, the 13th sign, also lines up with the idea that there are actually 13 moons in a calendar year. So doesn't it make sense that there would be 13 signs? If you're aware of the fact that we used to have ancient mystery schools where people studied many high information, right? Ophiuchus was counted then in those mystery schools. So the question, the mystery is, why did the Babylonians take Ophiuchus off of the zodiac wheel? we're still pondering that. But Ophiuchus is an amazing sign. It's from November 29th through December 17th. So if you're born during that time, according to this system, you would actually be an Ophiuchus sun sign. Pretty amazing. So I'll come back to that. But this is the sign for Ophiuchus. Very powerful energy. Some people say it's about the return of the divine feminine, about the return of liberation over limitation. There's a lot of magic. So if you get a chance, look up Ophiuchus, the 13th sign, really powerful. And it changes everyone's chart slightly. So I include that in the sessions that I do. And it's been incredibly powerful. Just listen to all the testimonials here at the end. So here we go. Here's today's chart based on the stars, what's actually in the sky. So here we have the sun, 1 degree of Pisces, right? And we have it conjunct Neptune. Then over here, we have the moon in 9 degrees of Gemini. So keep that in mind. And Uranus, 10 degrees of Aries. Okay, sun in Pisces, 1 degree, moon in Gemini, 9 degrees, Uranus in Aries, 10 degrees. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Now, I went ahead and I took my True to the Stars sky map, and I was like, how can I get this information to you? So I took a picture, and here's a picture of the sun. And I don't know if you can kind of see, but this is Pisces up here, and this is Aquarius. So according to Sidereal Astrology, the sun is just exiting Aquarius and into Pisces. And that's what the sky is showing, okay? So in the sky map that I looked at, the sun is at the very end of Aquarius, very beginning of Pisces, right? And then if we come to the Western astrology map, so this is today's Western Tropical Astrology Chart, the sun would be 21 degrees of Pisces. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. What? Well, I don't know about you, but that does not look like 21 degrees of Pisces to me, because Pisces is right here. And it's like at the very beginning of Pisces. It's definitely not in the middle of Pisces. So then we have Uranus, right? Uranus in Aries, right? That's what the sky map showed me today. Uranus in Aries by the sky map. Western astrology says that Uranus is in 11 degrees of Taurus. Wait a minute. 11 degrees of Taurus, but that's not what the sky shows us. What's going on here, people? I mean, I grew up with my mom who learned this system, talking to people. And it was a constant people not wanting to hear about this. But I feel like it's really important that we know, look, Western astrology is not based on where the stars are. The stars have moved over the last 2,000 years from where it all started. Now it's 24 degrees off, okay? All right, I'm very passionate about this, so please excuse my enthusiasm, but I really care about the truth. And I really want you to have the most accurate star map on the earth, on the planet, so that you can plot your life according to what's actually in the sky, if you're going to use astrology. Okay, so now I also found the moon. So this is a true to the sky star map. This is what anyone would see if they had a telescope and they wanted to look up in the sky right now. This is what you would see, okay? So here we have the moon in Gemini. All right, what does Western astrology say about this? Well, the moon in Western astrology, they say, is 8 degrees of Cancer. Okay, well, Cancer is way down here, and the moon's right here, and it says it's in Gemini. Wow, what's going on with that? Just like the Sidereal Astrology Chart says it is. So here's our Sidereal Astrology Chart, moon in Gemini. Here's the sky map from the sky, says moon in Gemini. That matches up. But if we go to the Western chart, moon in Cancer, 8 degrees. What is going on here, people? So I wanted to add another level to this, which is Uranus and Aries. Okay, so here we have Uranus and Aries, according to the sky map. Western astrology says it is 2 degrees of Taurus. What? And sidereal astrology, though, sidereal lines up with the stars. So let me ask you this. If you are going to follow or do astrology, you know, some people are like, I don't want anything to do with astrology. It's a hocus pocus. I'm not interested. Fine. But if you are interested in astrology, you do want to follow it, what type of astrology would you like to follow? Do you want to follow something based on where the stars actually are in the sky? Or do you want to follow a system that's 2,000 years behind where the stars are actually located? Just a question to ponder. And for those of you who think astrology is, you know, a joke, well, I kind of have to agree with you if you're following Western astrology, because it's not based on anything factual. It's not based on the actual zodiac location. And I thought that's what it was all about. So forgive my frustration. I grew up with my mom talking about this to people. And really what I want to share with you is the power of aligning your life purpose to the most accurate star system on the planet. Okay. So today is Friday, March 11th, and the moon is a little bit after the first quarter. So we'll have the full moon a week from today on the 18th. Okay. So what does that mean right now? That means that the energy is starting to come more outwards. The moon, as it grows, creates energy to rise up to the surface of our skin. So by the full moon, that's when the intensity is the strongest. So with the moon in Gemini today, Gemini is the sign of communication. It's the sign of expression. It's the sign of, I want to call you, I'm going to call you, we're going to network, we're going to talk. It's the busy butterfly going to every flower, talking to everyone, getting your message out, sharing your gifts with the world. So if you feel emotionally like you want to express yourself today, that you want to talk on the phone, that you want to write, that you want to communicate, then you're just feeling that energy of the moon. Additionally, it rules our nervous system. So there is the tendency that you can get a little too mentally focused. And so I really encourage you to slow down. After this, I'm going to go take a walk, chill out, and focus on the earth and on my heart and all the things that I'm grateful for. But I first wanted to just give you a little update astrologically from our sidereal system, since we have that up here right now. So today is the first day of sidereal Pisces. The first day is usually the strongest energy of that sign. So it's a water sign. It's dreamy. You might feel a little unfocused, a little vague, a little bit mystical, peaceful. There's sort of a dreamy energy when the sun is in Pisces. And not only that, but it is conjunct Neptune, and Neptune is the planet ruled by Pisces. So it's a very dreamy planet, connected to film, connected to imagination, connected to intuition and psychic impulses. So you might, you know, with the sun, it's just the soul and the highest light in the sky conjunct Neptune, you might feel kind of lit up today. You might feel kind of intuitive, maybe even a little psychic. And then we come to the moon in Gemini. So we've got this psychic, intuitive sun with this intellectual, communicative, thought-provoking moon. So it's an interesting balance of water and air between the two luminaries. Meanwhile, if we come down here, we have Venus and Mars conjunct. That means the same. In relationship with each other. They're in the same sign, they're close to each other. It's called a conjunction. And so Capricorn is actually the sign of hard work, of climbing the mountain to success, of achievement, of building your empire. And so it's really powerful for getting the work done. If you have a project, if you're working on a business, like you're going to feel the drive to do it and get it done for sure, for sure. So it's a good day to put in that effort, to put in that work, to go for it. Really work on manifesting those dreams. And then we have Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury is all about communication, like the moon in Gemini, but it's in Aquarius. So the type of things you might want to talk about might be technology, the new age. Sidereal astrology is actually associated with Aquarius, so I think I'm right on point today. So if there's anything new, if there's some new technology, or there's something big about the future, or something to do with brothers and sisters and our community of coming together as a family, then you might be feeling that type of energy, okay? And we've got Uranus and Aries conjunct what we have as the midheaven. The midheaven is like the career, the way that we shine out into the world, and it's in Aries, which is all about leadership. Now, this chart is location dependent, so it is based in California. If you're in another part of the world, you will have a different chart. If you're in California, this chart works perfectly, and even if you're nearby California, it's going to be pretty close. But with the midheaven in Aries, conjunct Uranus, there's a strong drive for leadership. There's a strong drive to get out there and just share your truth, be a leader, be a guide. And with Uranus, the planet of sudden, unexpected changes and shifts, there might have been something that shifted in your schedule today that actually enabled you to get out there and embrace your leadership more, to stand up more and truly get your energy out there for the world to see as a leader, as a guide, as a pioneer in something that you're excited about, you're happy about sharing, right? So I just wanted to share this little mini update for today, March 11th, 2022, which is kind of a powerful number in numerology. We've got a lot of 2 energy, and 2 energy has to do with partnership. Let's see. We've got 1-1, which is 2. So that's a 2-day. It's about partnership, harmony, beauty, balance. With the month is a 3. 3 plus 2 is a 5. So there'll be a 5 attitude for today. And 5s love freedom. They love self-expression. They love to tell the truth, and they love to just be who they are. 5s are their own unique essence. Now we add that 5 to the 222, which is 2022, and 6 plus 5 is a 2. So today adds up to an 11 or a 2. 11 is a master number, has to do with spirituality, pursuing your highest truth. And 2 has to do with partnership, with balance, with love, with relationship. So you might be working with others. You might be connecting to your partner, your spouse. You might be feeling a sense of love and care for those around you, okay? So I just wanted to share this little brief update today. And I did mention I was going to share a flower essence for healing. So all of us are going through our own cycles of healing, and there is a flower known as Self-Heal. And I love this company, Lotus Way, of course. This is an edible wildflower. This specific one was collected in Iceland, and it wakes up our will to survive and thrive. It awakens our awareness of what's happening in our body and stimulates our ability to heal ourselves. So Pisces is also very much the healer. It's very much about healing. And so during Pisces time, we might need to take a little more time to heal ourselves, to give back to ourselves, to spiritually offer nourishment to our body. So self-heal can deepen our understanding that a happy body leads to a happy mind. Therefore, eating, sleeping, water, getting fresh air, and spending time in nature are forms of protecting and cherishing our health. Awesome. So you can order this from Lotus Way. I actually got seeds for the Self-Heal plant, and I planted them in my garden. I'll make a video to share that with you when they come up. So excited. But just remembering that the power to heal is within us, right? It is a gift of our own connection to spirit and to source. And the more we acknowledge this, the better that we feel. And I wanted to, before we do the meditation, just share one of my beautiful friends from Australia. She's such a gift. Heidi left me this wonderful testimonial after we worked together saying, Thank you for your sidereal astrology session. You've given me the clarity, confidence, and conviction to blossom and share my joyful essence with the world. I love you and I'm grateful beyond words. So many amazing takeaways. And I just want to say that when we use the sidereal astrology system, it's so accurate that it's easy to tell people about themselves, and it aligns and they feel it, and it's so powerful and it's such a gift. And that's why I'm really on here, is I want you to have the opportunity to get to have your message from the stars. I'm just an interpreter. I'm just here to bring the message. The stars already, it's a relationship between you and your stars from when you were born. But I'm so grateful here to facilitate it and share these sessions with you. It is a gift and a blessing from my heart to you. Thank you so much, Heidi, and to all of my clients, truly. And so I just want to close with a short meditation and clearing, because we're all connected, right? This is one world, one family, one community, truly. And we're all connected, we're all one, no matter where we are in space or time. It's the now moment. And they say that we are connected always at the heart, always at the beautiful heart. And so before we begin, I just want you to tune into that wherever you are, whoever you are, that you are a gift, and we are all gifts from the heart. And there's so much happening on the world. There's so much, and we all feel it. A lot of us are so sensitive. So I teach all of my clients, and you've probably seen this before. So if you'd like to join me, just find your seat. And then if you'd like, I invite you to hold your hands up. Yeah, your hands, your beautiful hands. And I just want to share that the center of the palm is actually connected in acupuncture, Chinese medicine, all of those systems, to the center of the heart. So if you have any emotional stuff coming up, if you're feeling anything today, if there's anywhere you need healing in your life, if there's anything going on at all, there's a really powerful technique. If anything comes up for you during the day, whatever, where you can just take your palms and you can say, okay, all of that stuff, you can just kind of feel it. I bring it to my palms. And you can think about the world, you can think about the world, think about your fears, your anxieties, anything that's coming up, doubts. We're just going to feel it in our hands, okay? Then we're going to start to rub our hands together. What are we doing? We're building a fire. It's a transformational fire. It's to transform that which no longer serves you, right? That which you no longer need. That's a great way to start moving your energy, your blood, your breath, right? Because a lot of us are sitting for long periods of time. So you can sit at your desk. Any stress, you can move your head a little bit, you can move your shoulders, and you can just put it into your hands. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And keep breathing now. Breathing in and breathing out. And just imagine all that stuff. Yeah, all that stuff. You just put it in your hands. That's right. Allow yourself to move your head. Let that stuff come out of your neck and your shoulders and your jaw and your teeth and your eyes and your ears and your brain and your heart and your lungs and your thymus and your shoulders and your arms and your chest and your belly and your sacrum and your legs and your feet. Just allow all that stuff to go into your hands. Deep breath in, getting hot, deep breath out. Good, feel that heat, feel that energy building. You are creating energy from your heart. And as you do that, it is transforming and transmuting all of that stuff that no longer serves you. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good, deep breath in and hold now. Creator of all that is, it is commanded that all this stuff, anyone's holding, any of this stuff that they're ready to release, We ask it to be released and cleared, core, genetic, and soul level. Deep breath in. Exhale. Shake it out. So the fists close, they let go. They close and let go. Shake out your head, side to side. You're just clearing it out of your body. We're just asking it to be released and cleared, core, genetic, soul level, pulled and resolved on the historical level, released and cleared on all levels, in all directions of time and space, released and cleared. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Good. And then put your hands together. Feel the vibration. They're tingling. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Woo. Your whole body is probably tingling right now. Good. And then we're going to rub again. Creator of all that is, it is commanded that all that stuff be released and cleared. Released and cleared. Released and cleared. Deep breath in and hold. Release all this stuff and let it go. I give it back to source. All this stuff. Release and clear. Release and clear on the core, genetic, and soul level for me and all of humanity. All of humanity. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is done. It's done. It's done. Exhale. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Good. Good. Don't be scared. Don't be shy, right? We are energetic, alive beings. And the more we move, the more our blood flows, the more our breath flows, the healthier we become. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your palms. Shimmy your fingers. Release your palms. Good. Good. And just allow anything else that you're still feeling in your heart. Maybe it's in your heart. Maybe it's in your lungs. Maybe it's in your ears or your heart or your lips or your mouth. Where is it? Where is that extra stress that you're picking up from the world? You're picking up from somewhere, from some dimension, from some generation. What is that? Are you ready to let it go? Do I have permission to help you release it? Are you ready? Yeah? Okay, take your cupped hands, empty that stuff. And one more time, we're going to bring our hands together. Deep breath in, hold. Creator of all that is, it is commanded that all that stuff in all levels, all layers, and all directions of time and space be released and cleared. Released and cleared on the core, on the genetic, and on the soul level. Deep breath in. Feel it releasing out your hands, releasing. Exhale. Take out your head. Woo, shake out of that. Yeah, you feel a little lighter. I feel lighter. Yeah. Whew. Whew. Yeah, Pisces is a great time for healing, for meditation. So this is perfect. You shake it out. Okay. Now imagine, you do a little prayer for the earth. Imagine that we're creating a circle of love, all beings in all directions of time and space. All the people you want there, everyone you love and care about. Flip your left hand up, palm facing up, right hand down. Good. Feel that energy in your palms. Oh my God. And then imagine we're actually in this circle right now. We're holding hands. Hi. Nice to see you. Cross cyberspace. And that means we can connect to anyone and everyone we want to be there. Hi, welcome everyone. Just imagine we're in this big circle of divinely charged, beautiful energy from the heart. All these beings, higher beings of light and love and angelic presence. All this beautiful, beautiful support. And we're connected and held. Breath in and then exhale. Just lean back a little. Feel that support. You can imagine putting your hand on the back of your friend's heart and just leaning back a little into that circle, opening up your heart, feeling that connection. Whew, so powerful. So powerful. And we just say a prayer for all of Earth, for all beings on this earth, for peace, for happiness, for joy. And I'd like to invite you to tune into your heart and imagine 3 things you're grateful for. 3 things that you love and adore, 3 things that fuel you, that give you energy, that make you want to soar, to fly, to open, to expand. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Just feel that energy. It's so powerful and it's always here. So we have left up, right down, Squeeze the person next to you. Feel your heart energy. Imagine your heart is like a beautiful sun shining so bright. And all of the hearts of all the people in the circle shining like suns. And in the center is our earth. We're just shining all this love and light all across our whole earth plane, our whole realm. We're going to ask it to be magnified times a gazillion, and everything preventing that will just say a little clearing, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyond. Let's turn that light up, shall we? Deep breath in, breath out. Good. Feel that love going across the earth. It's always the present moment. Whenever you find this video, it's always the now. So feel that you are part of this circle. You are always connected. You are always held. You are always supported. And feel that love move through you, as you, a part of you, embracing you, all that you are, all levels and layers. Bring your hands together. Exhale, stretch your arms out. Wow, feel that love, how big it is, how vast it is. This whole galaxy of divine love that you are a part of, always connected to, always there for you. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. Put your hands on your heart. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Hold your hands together. Just clear out anything that came up from that experience. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Release out your hand. Good job. Good job. Bring your hands to your heart. Really affirm. Deep breath in. I am loved. I am valuable. I am a gift to this world. Who I am is precious. What I have to share is a gift, and it is here to be shared. I'm so happy, thankful, and grateful that I can share my gifts, that I'm able to share my gifts, that I am supported in sharing my gifts, that I am healing myself, that I am healing all others, that healing is healing through all levels and layers. Deep breath in for myself, for this earth. Exhale, stretch it out, feel that vastness. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Bring your hands down the center. We'll do that 2 more times. Arms out wide, up above, look up. Exhale down the center. 1 more time. Inhale out. Look up. Exhale down the center. Beautiful. Shake out your wrist. Bring your hands to your heart. Gently bow your chin to your chest. To whatever seed of vision that your heart is working to grow, I bow and I send love and encouragement to it. I bow my head to my heart in honor of the brilliant beauty, the shining gift that each and every one of you is and are, and to the vision of our earth being filled with divine, unconditional love and light, and all beings on this earth being totally happy, totally healthy, totally free. Truly, how does it get better than this? Deep breath in, breath out. May all beings on this earth be happy, healthy, and free. And may peace bloom in all of our hearts. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale. Exhale. And then put your hands slightly together and just imagine our prayer growing stronger and brighter in the heart. Exhale. Send it out like a beautiful shower of joy and love and blessings. Truly, how does it get better than this, my friends? Thank you for joining me, hanging out with Blossom, with Lotus today. And if you're excited about what I have had to share with you and you'd like to book a free 15-minute session to learn your true sidereal sun sign and your chart, please book below. I'm so excited to work with you. It is a gift and a blessing. We'll do healing and we'll find out your path, your message, your map from the stars. How does it get better than that? All right, I love you all. Happy Friday. Aloha.